Hey everyone, welcome to a Roblox simulator tutorial. Now, this is new series. Sorry that we haven't uploaded in a while. We've just been busy doing. I've been helping someone make a game and stuff. So I've been a bit busy. Ignore all this. This is my old Roblox account. This is from years ago. I don't fancy buying 1,000 Robux just to rename it. So yeah. If you type in Coolgo246 into YouTube, the account that comes up isn't me. That's not my account name anymore. That's someone else. Don't worry about that. Just imagine it's not there because it doesn't do anything. Now the outcome of this series will no. Basically, this won't be the outcome, but I've got us at Driple Studios here. We've got a group game. Sorry, my laptop's frozen. It's pretty slow. You all know that by now. We got a game out here. Which uses the same whole thing, about making, it uses the same method. Now, I've actually loaded up the Roblox Studio project for our game, so I can compare what we're going to make by the end of each video. So I'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, let's go create a game. So if you don't already know, you go to roblox.com, then obviously sign in or create an account. Click this create button up here. Then you can do a group creation or another one. Or another one, it doesn't matter. Ignore these, literally none of these are, all these are abandoned games. And some of them are from years ago when I was younger, so. Anyway, then you click create new game. Bear in mind you can't delete games, you can only rename them. I'm gonna click base plate because that's what I want to do this based off. Basic settings, the name is gonna be, I'm just gonna call this Speed Simulator, if I could spell. Whoops, simulator. Sorry, simulator. White. I'll just put tutorial. There we go. You can put in a description if you want. It's all up to you. Then you got your access in this tab, which how many can play at once. I'm gonna set this to 10. Server fill. Just leave that as Roblox because you can get. I thought I'd just do that because it's pretty cool. I'm gonna come back to you. Okay, everyone, right. It's loaded up, and my other thing didn't load, so I'll just tell you this now. If yours doesn't load, just click this edit button, and then it'll load up. Anyway, whilst that other one is loading, whilst our new project is loading, this is our pre-alpha game at the moment. So we've got leaderboards over here, which, to be honest, are from the toolbox. We're going to make our own leaderboards from scratch, don't worry, in the series. We've got a code redeem system over here, which we can do easy. It's pretty easy. Feedback down here, which we can hook up to a Discord server, which this is also from a toolbox, and I will give credit in that episode when we do all this stuff. Game Pass shop, we'll have like ×2 speed, ×3 speed, ×2 rebirths and stuff like that. This will display our points. This over here will be a bunch of trails, which we will not do just yet because these are buggy. I need to come up with a new system. And then we'll have a prestige thing where we can prestige a load of times. We'll have an upgrade shop, a boost shop, so like ×2 for 5 minutes, and so and so. We'll try our best to make that. I haven't done that yet. And I don't know why that is there, to be honest. We'll come up also in the series, we'll have some orbs, which I'll have to collect, and some little things which they can either go through hoops or balls, and then there'll be these doors which they have to buy, which save these areas here and stuff like that. That is the goal. But anyway, all we're going to be doing this video is, has the other studio loaded up yet? Awesome, okay. Good, we'll get back to that. This video, I will keep referring to this every video to let you know. We will be creating an event script, which, if we click on that, it will look a bit like this. It's a bit zoomed in at the moment. Oh, that Fanta's disgusting. Great. It at the end of the day, it'll look quite like this, even bigger actually. But just ignore all this, because this video, you may not be able to see it now because I've zoomed out so much. Basically, this video, we are just going to be focusing on this. Or in fact, actually, more specifically, literally just them 2 lines of code. And of course, yeah, that's, and an end. And we'll, yeah, okay, anyway, let's get into this. Rather than keep on stalling it. So, in fact, yeah, okay, that's how we'll start. We'll start by, so we've got our base plate here. Now we can do some smoothing with this. Let's just make sure it's definitely anchored. So to do that, click on the base plate and it's anchored. Anchoring means that it's still, so it doesn't fall. We'll make changes to the base plate in the future, later on. But for now, let's just make it. Let's just make the script that we want to make. So in Workspace, click Add. And you're going to want to add in a script. So if you type in script and insert that, we can call this events because this is obviously, once again, referring to this, what is called up here. And in here, all we want to do is, in fact, actually, before we start coding in there, click add again and add a remote event. Now, this event, I try my best to explain this, but I'm not great at explaining things. Remote event is something which is fired and to either the client or the server, and can normally the client. Yeah, remote event is it's like a client thing, so it's fired. Sort of. I'm not a pro basically on Roblox code, which is also called Lua. It basically, you fire it, and then the player, when it's fired, it does something for the player. That's the best I can explain it. This will just be called add points. Now go into our event script and we'll type in script.addPoints. I'll explain what this does in a minute. Dot on server event. Whoops. Dot on server event. Colon connect. Function. And then we'll do some brackets like that and type in here PLR. And drop that. Basically what I'm saying is that this script, inside this script, as a child, find parent, get parent, get add points, the child, get add points, which is this. Children are what are inside of something. So say, if I grab add points and put that in base plate, add points is now a child of base plate. The on server event, so that's when we called it in another script, which we'll get onto that in a minute. Colon connect function, this is just creating a function basically. PLR, it is, I guess you could call it an argument. That's what it is. It's an argument, which we will also do when we fire it. And here we just say player.leaderstats. That's another thing we'll have to make leaderstats. Dot points. Dot value. This could be speed. It could be whatever you want. Actually, I'll make it speed. Dot speed. No, I'll make it points just because. Yeah. Dot value equals player.leaderstats. Dot points. Dot value. We may do a video where we just sort of optimize this code, because there are better ways of doing what I've literally just written here. I'm not sure if in Lua you can just do plus equals 1. I'm not sure if that works in Lua, so that's why I haven't done it, but we can try it after. Anyway, that is that. That's all we need to do for that script. Done for now. Now, what is going to be next? We're going to need, obviously, to make our leader stats. So go in server script service and add a script and call this script leader stats. Now, I will actually show you what this is. Now, some of you may know what leader stats are. I'm just sort of basing this off of new people to Lua. Leader stats, ours will look a bit like this. Don't worry though, it will look a bit different. Well, not 100% different, but they're basically the leaderboards, the server leaderboards, basically. So you know when you join a Roblox game and it's got the 0.0 for every player and stuff like that. That's what this is. And we need to make this right here. We actually need to do all of this. So I will show you an example quick. So what we need to do is game.players. Blah blah blah. Okay, look. Let's load up this. We'll do game.players.player added :connect function player. I've spelled function wrong. Whoops. Function player. That I believe that's right. Yeah. And basically, now we just need to create these leader stats right here. So the leader stats is actually going to be a model. It's not a folder or anything. It's a model, just because of the way Roblox is. So it would be local leader stats equals instance dot new. And obviously, like I just said, this is a model. And then drop down. We say leader stats. Oops. Dot parent equals the player, because we want that to be equal to the player. And we also need to name it like this right here. And I'll explain why we need to name it. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, I use OBS to record, by the way. So with leaderstats.name equals leaderstats. Make sure it's all lowercase. It has to be lowercase, just like that. Otherwise it will not work. The reason why we have to name it is because otherwise we won't be able to properly access it from other scripts. Anyway, now we're going to create our first proper leader stat. So we'll do local points, because this is points, equals instance.new. Instance.new, sorry if I haven't really explained this, but instance.new basically creates something. So if I was to do instance.new folder, that will create a folder inside of where we say if we was to then do points.parent equals player, that is creating a folder inside the player, but we don't want that. Oh, whoops, we actually want this to be an int value. Simulators do have humongous numbers, and we've only got the Roblox can only handle like 1E17 or something like that. Maybe a bit more than that, I'm not sure, but that's all I've ever seen. Then it goes to minus. We will try to fix that in a future episode, or with using like exponents and stuff like that and larger numbers. There is a Roblox library called Big Num, which has big numbers, but we'll do that in a future video because I don't actually know how at the moment. Anyway, and then we'll do points dot name equals, now this will be whatever you want your name to be. Points. Then we'll do points dot parent equals leader stats. I will just say this. Actually, no, I'll tell you what this is if you don't already know. Game.player, whoops, game.player.player added. That basically just says when you join the game, it will call this function. I believe that is all we need for now. Oh yeah, we need to set the value. So now we'll do when this saves. Points.value equals 0. This is I can't speak. You know, I'll just do that. This will be whatever you want the player to start with. Okay. We will do saving. I don't know whether it'll be this video because I want to try and keep this. Like, you know, we'll see. We'll see how long the video's been at the end. Anyway, now the problem with what I've done here, what I did here, every variable is called money for the sake of save data. So that's what we will do. So here, just call this points. It's not the most efficient way to save in the world, but it'll work when we do the save, which will either be this video or next video, it depends. Make sure you add this so you don't get confused in the future. Now, if we was just to click play quick, this may take some time to load because it's our first time loading this game. So I'm just going to drink my grape Fanta, which is absolutely disgusting. I recommend you don't buy it. And also, we're not sponsored by Fanta. Fanta sponsor us. Oh. Yeah, Fanta, don't stick with grape, it's not nice. Alright, now we're in, and as you can see, we've got our points up here. Obviously, we don't have a way of earning them yet, but that's just demonstrating what Leaderstats does. So now, what we're going to do, I'll actually show you on this one here quick. We're actually going to work on the movement, which I believe is here. It's called size for some reason, I don't know why. Now, this is probably the most complicated script we'll do today. Unless, of course, we do save data, which I don't think we will. We'll do, where it says while wait point, basically, I'll explain it as we do it. So, this one's going to be a little bit more complicated, but what we'll do is we'll do it chunks by a time. So we'll do this bit first, and we'll explain it. So we'll do add into this will be called add a script into server script service and call it speed. Now this will be while wait 0.5 do local children equals game dot players game dot players dot get that's what I can't do. Equals game dot play then type in local children equals game dot players get children. And now I'll explain what this is doing. Oh, I don't know why I added a random semicolon at the end there. So just like here, what we've got, I don't know why I clicked on this one, sorry. While wait 0.5 do is saying we're in an infinite loop here. So every 0.5, every half a second, it will get the children of the game. Which basically, I told you earlier what a child is. So right now, speed and Leaderstats are children of server script service. You know that. That's what children are. I told you that earlier. Anyway, next we're gonna do a chunk which is gonna be a for loop. So we're gonna do. Now I'm no good with for loops and stuff like that in Roblox. I'm not a pro at Roblox. But you know what? I'll just copy this and paste it into here. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it for reference so I can show you what chunk we'll do at the time. So, I mean, you can go and do this without me explaining it all if you want. But if you want me to explain it, just continue watching. Well, these are chunk 1. Sorry. These will be chunk 1 first. These two right here. So, let me explain. So, for I equals 1, as we got down there. What that's saying is for I equals 1, basically. Hashtag children do. Now, I don't know what that means. If I'm honest with you, sorry, I don't know a lot about Lua. I know a bit, but not a pro. Basically, what we're saying is I equals 1. I don't know, sorry. just follow what I'm typing. Or just copy down there and you can do the whole thing at once. Which you could probably do, but I'll type it with you just so then I don't get blamed for copy and pasting. Children I.character is not equal to nil, then yeah, that sign there means not equal to, I believe, by the way. If you want to know how you get that symbol, it's if you're on Windows, it's shift and then the hashtag key, which gets you that. If you're on Mac, then I have no idea. Sorry. Local hum. This can also mean humanoid, by the way. Children. I dot character. Sorry if I'm not explaining this. I just don't know how. I don't actually really know what it is. So just kind of copy everything that's down here. Here we go. Dot Leaderstats. Dot points. This has to be called whatever. When it loads, this name is here. Dot points. Dot value, because we're accessing how many this is bigger than or equal to Aha, right. That we'll get onto, actually. This we'll get onto. So just ignore that. In fact, yeah, ignore this line, this whole bit here for now. Instead, we'll do is bigger than or equal to 0, then, and here we'll say hum.walkspeed, walkspeed, equals children I.leaderstats dot points dot value divided by 20 plus 1. Now we can simply get rid of that. The else was for something else, which we'll get onto later. Maybe not this video, but certainly another one. So this does not exactly do everything we need. This will just... I'll try and explain this my best, okay? What this is doing is, if the player has got 0 or more points, then for every step, their walk speed is worth their points divided by 20 plus 1 to get like a ratio, sort of. So this would be like 1. Say you had 20, no. Let's say you had 100 points. It would be divided by 20, which 100 divided by 20 is 50, I think. No, it isn't. 5. Oh my god, I'm actually dumb. Sorry. 5. So then plus 1, your humanoid walk speed would be 6. Anyway, now what we need to do is, now that we've got this, I believe the only thing we need to do now is make the player move. Am I right? Let me have a look. We haven't fired a server yet, have we? No. Damn. Oh, alright, okay, sorry about that. I was just really confused then. Because I couldn't find the walk script. So, here's what we need to do. So if we head back over, go over to start a GUI and add in a local script. So this is a script that plays for the client. And we can rename this to, movement. Now where it says here, we'll type in, wait for, because that's what I've done in this. This basically, keeps a delay from when players first join us, so I'm not really sure. I don't know why we got that, but just put it. While wait 0.5, half a second, do. So once again, we're in one of our wait loops. And now what we need to do is just this. So we're going to be doing fire server in a minute. But for now, we need to get the magnitude. So we do, is it while or, yeah, so it's if. So type in if game.players.localplayer. Or is it just dot? Hang on. Game.players.localplayer, there it is. Game.players.localplayer.character. Sorry, I'm not familiar with this. Humanoid.move direction. I think it's momentum. No, magnitude. That's close. Magnitude is bigger than 0. Then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna say workspace, which is literally this thing right here. Dot, because we're finding a child right now. We're not but we're contacting a child, I guess you could say. Events, which is this child, dot add points, which is this child. So now we're getting a child of the workspace, which is events, and a child of events, which is add points. And now we're going to colon fire server, which we do that because this is what activates this right here. Because alright, it's hard to explain. And yeah, we don't need to put in anything into there. So now, whenever we move, it should give us 1 point. If that works and we've done this successfully. If it doesn't work, just let me know in the comments, and because you've probably done something wrong. It doesn't work for me. So, alright everyone, yours probably works and mine doesn't because I spelled something wrong. In speed, I put character. I was meant to put character. I forgot the T. Because I am stupid. This should now work. Just ignore if you get any of these errors. They're not the important ones. Yeah, there you go, it works now. And we get ourselves our points. And as we get more, we should get quicker. I think we're beginning to speed up now. Yeah, and see, we're speeding up. Awesome stuff. Now with this, I'm just going to completely remove that. It's bigger than or equal to 0. No, it should still do the same thing. Just get rid of that because we don't actually need that. And if this works, then we're making progress. Yep, still works. Awesome stuff. So next video we're going to be making a save system. So just going to click save to Roblox. So thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye.